Many apologies if y'all were just sitting there waiting for the live stream to start. I had to get a few things taken care of and started, so if you'll allow me to continue finishing that. Alright. What is up, guys and gals? It's me, Thomas Channel 1 here, and today we're back at it again here at the layout. Or not even at the layout, we're at the desk. But today we are going to be immensely talking about the latest Ross find. And I got this guy severely mislabeled. Severely mislabeled. We're just gonna take this off here. But yeah, mine was severely mislabeled to a point where Ross didn't even know. I don't even think they cared that this guy was going for as low of a price as he was. So yeah. Oh, what's up, Riveted Rail fan? How you doing? Just for a quick exposition, this is exactly how much I paid for that. I just removed the price tag. What's the matter with you kitties? What's the problem? What's the matter? Huh? What's the problem? You need to be in my lap and consistently bugging me? Of course you do. You're a kitty cat. You're like, the attention's not on me. So, but yeah, I paid a grand total of $6.44 for it. So, honestly, if you can find them severely mislabeled like this, you guys got yourself a good figure. That's for sure. So, but today we're going to just take this. And we're going to. This guy's actually gotten a re-release lately. He got a re-release with Legacy United. I know a lot of people are probably watching the Mike Tyson fight. So we'll see how that fight goes. By the way, I'm really looking forward to the Problem Child getting completely destroyed by Iron Mike Tyson. So, but we're gonna remove this there. Do this, and so yeah, I'm waiting for. I'm really hoping that they release that they do release Twincast in like, or redo Twincast here. So, or do a re-release of them. I would love to see that. So, now can someone remind me again exactly who Metalhawk is? I know nothing about this dude, and I don't like the fact that I can't cut. There we go. Can't do anything with that. That's not good. So that's okay. Oh, there's that too. So, if I'm not mistaken, that's all of the straps. Nope, I missed one. That's just mean. There we go. Now, you should come free. Ought to now. So that's. Here's the dual guns that he has. And this reminds me of the Star Saber, even though I know it's not the Star Saber. But it reminds me of the Star Saber. So, remove this. Oh, what is up, yellow stick man? What is up? You said your friend said you eat car keys. I don't exactly know how to respond to that. Think you need an MRI. Not 100% certain exactly how to say anything to that. So, but from what I understand, this guy is a repaint. Massive retool of Cyclonus? Kingdom Cyclonus? And when I say massive retool, I mean I genuinely have no idea if this is a massive retool. Okay, apparently it's just a slight remold, apparently. Oh yes, this is a slight remold. This is nothing new. So, but I will say, this is my second Cyclonus repaint. Repaint character, so gotta say this is definitely not what I was expecting. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is entirely the exact same thing. But I do appreciate the attention to certain details. Over the fact that this guy was a jet, and he's still a jet. So, Kitty, kitty, what you doing? My kitty cat's playing with something in the background I don't want him playing with partially. What you doing? Hmm? Okay, that goes there. Goes round in here. So there's that. So now we can clip those two together, snap that in. And that goes there. And that's down. I had a funeral to go to today. It was not a good. It was an okay day. It was just a little rough at the funeral today. I had to be a pallbearer for my great grandmother. So it was a little rough today, but not as rough as it could have been. So I'm not going to dwell too much on it. Assume that goes there. And these I'm also going to assume are supposed to be split. Go under here. Wings. Yeah. So there you go. And there we have Metalhawk in his vehicle mode. So yeah. So anywho, let me see. Does this guy actually have a landing gear? Apparently he does not. That's a little depressing. But anywho, when y'all start to see this guy show back up at Ross, that's when you guys are gonna look a little stupid for buying this guy 3 times. Okay? When I say 3 times, I mean this guy was extremely difficult to get a hold of in the first rounds of Legacy Evolution, and then all of a sudden he was just gone. So they decided to redo his mold into Bludgeon. And then as soon as they redid his mold into Bludgeon, then they had to redo his molds back into Tarn. So this mold has been used like for 5 different characters, and then once again with the IDW Tarn. So IDW Tarn is one of those characters that I was really hoping they would have done more IDW characters for, and they would have given us the entire DJD. However, I cannot say for certain what's going to happen in Age of the Primes. I'm actually very excited to see what happens with Age of the Primes. Because that line, I'm really hoping that they give us the DJD. I really want a collection of the DJD to show up. They gave us a collection of animated. If I'm not mistaken, this guy was the Japanese series? I think he was the Japanese series. Oh, wait a second. There's ports on the back here. Oh, no way. This guy's Blast Effects compatible in the back. That's cool. That's nice. So, I'm going to remove this from the back here just because it's just making my life a little easier. So, anywho, what y'all guys doing this evening? I'm hoping for a Skybound Universe Optimus Prime and Age of the Primes. From what I understand, the next Titan class figure is supposed to be Star Convoy from the Japanese series. I don't 100% know, but that's from the rumors I hear that the next Titan class is supposed to be Star Convoy, which is basically Japanese Optimus Prime, or if Gundam and Optimus Prime had a child. So, but I'm excited for that line. I can't wait for it to come out. That Megatronus Prime already looks sick as hell. So, I mean, only the rest of the line is going to show up as... I'm really hoping that the, what was it? They were trying to show off a mold for Nova Prime, or a Voyager class Nova Prime, potentially. I'm really excited to see how that turns out. At least that's what the whatchamacallit, the production details are calling it. There's a leaked image without head that there's a Voyager class mold going around where it's going to be it was either Nova Prime or Solus. I can't remember which one, but I'm fairly certain it was Nova. And it was like an orange body with everything of that nature. I thought it looked really cool, but at the same time, I'm also like, cool, another line of toys for me to have to pick up. Simply because I have to have all of the primes. So, oh man, I can't wait to get that Megatronus. Megatronus? Oh yeah, that Megatronus Prime. Yeah, I can't wait to get that one either. Sorry, for a second, I literally just got done watching Transformers 1, and you guys can totally go watch that on not Amazon Prime, Paramount Plus right now. If you guys have the subscription-based service Paramount Plus, you can seriously just go and watch it. Like, right now. They literally just uploaded it yesterday, or last night around 2 o'clock in the morning, and that was what I was watching just a little bit ago, so. It's such a good movie. Brian Tyree Henry does such an amazing job as Megatron in that movie. I'm definitely hoping we get all of the 13 Primes and Age of the Primes as well. So many I haven't got toys, at least not widely available ones. Yeah, so from what I understand, I'm really excited about this because we're going to be getting a couple of figures from what I understand. From what I understand, I'm not saying this is completely true, and I'm not saying that my information is 100% true. But from what I understand, we're going to be getting about 2 to 3 primes per wave. We're going to get a deluxe class, a Voyager class, and a leader class. And if I'm not mistaken, in the final wave, we're supposed to get a commander class. I don't know how or who it's going to be, but that's from just what I understand about the Age of the Primes. Oh, what is up, Transformers fan? Or I'm just gonna call you Poon. What's up, Poon? How you doing? I do remember you. I definitely remember you. That's for sure. Definitely remember you. I definitely remember you. You Transformers fan. I definitely remember you. You Poon. You Poon. I definitely remember that. So, but that's what I understand from the general idea of the Age of the Primes is that we're supposed to be getting 2 to 3 primes per wave, and we're supposed to have a mixture of deluxe classes and Voyager classes mixed in there. And also, from what I understand, that tank mold may or may not, I don't think it will be, but there is a good chance that it could be a retool slash remold for the Studio Series 86 Megatron that's going to be coming out next year. So, that's something that I'm looking forward to. However, I don't think that Megatronus Prime mold is going to be the Studio Series 86 mold. The reason I don't think that is because what is up, Edward? I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't exactly know how to pronounce your name. It looks like it's in Russian and or Ukrainian and I can't pronounce it. However, welcome to the channel. I appreciate it. So, but as I said, only time will truly tell if if that's going to be the case or not, because you got to take into account with the fact that there's going to be so much money poured into the next series of Transformers. Like, and when I say so much money, I mean they seriously canceled the trilogy line thing that they were doing. And when I say trilogy line, I mean, for example, starting all the way back in about 2017, 2018, 2019-ish era, they started with Siege. And then 2020 hit, we still had Siege. 2021 hit, we had Earthrise. 2022 showed up, we had Kingdom. 2023 showed up, we ended up getting the Rise of the Beast toy line, and that ended up canceling out some of the Kingdom. And everything. And then after that, we got Legacy. Or actually, correction, we got Legacy in tandem with Rise of the Beasts, if I'm going to be honest. But Rise of the Beasts we had in tandem with Legacy, and then we had Legacy Evolutions, and then after Legacy Evolutions, we now have Legacy United. So I'm looking at this like, are they canceling the ideology of the trilogy lines because the Legacy television show didn't get the green light? Or I was seriously contemplating what on earth the idea could be as to why there was not another one to be done. So, it was just frustrating to me because I really, really do like these trilogy lines. These trilogy lines are quite nice. Specifically in the fact that they had a TV show planned for Netflix. They had a TV show planned, but they ended up canceling it because they didn't want to dump a ton of money into a project they weren't sure wasn't going to turn out, which I totally understand because of the way that the reception for Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom. What's your matter? What's your matter? What's the matter, kitties? What's the matter, buddy? So, but the point being is that when those things, when they canceled the TV show for Legacy, it kind of bummed out a lot of people because there was a lot of cool figures within the line. A lot of cool figures. Like, so many freaking cool figures. So, um, yeah. They canceled the Legacy TV show because they couldn't nail down an audience, and with the reception that Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom ended up getting, they weren't sure that they wanted to funnel any more money into Transformers projects. So I cannot blame them in the slightest with that. What I can blame them for is the fact that we got so many stinking beautiful figures here, and they had a literal plethora of characters to choose from for the TV show, and they chose not to do anything with it. That's what frustrates me. There wasn't even a script for a first episode out. I I have not seen any behind the scenes disasters with it. I haven't seen any other thing. I haven't seen anything about this other than the fact that they canceled it. There were no episodes written, and the fact that they didn't want to funnel money into a project they were almost positive wasn't going to turn out. However, if you ask me, I would have much rather loved to have seen a Legacy TV show than a Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom. That's my personal thing. And if they were to do Legacy, they had 2 to 3 different sublines to choose from for plot details. Like, for example, how cool would it have been if there was an episode on the planet Velocitron? We haven't heard of Velocitron since Cybertron. That was one of the coolest things ever. Like, imagine being able to like say, oh yeah, this episode takes place on Velocitron, or this episode takes place on this planet, or any of that stuff. Now, granted, Siege, Earthrise, and Kingdom definitely introduced a lot of old remnants from, from the comic books and from, like they brought in stuff from the comic books. They brought in stuff from from the original show. They brought in stuff from the Japanese series. They brought in stuff from Beast Wars. That was nice. What I was not happy with was the voice cast. I think they could have easily chosen a different voice actor for Megatron, and everybody would have been happy. I truly think they should have gone back to having David Kaye, because this is what frustrated me about that. They managed to get David Kaye to do... Can't even believe I'm about to say this, but they managed to get him to do certain whatchamacallit. They got him to do certain lines for it, but they couldn't release it because David Kaye told them no. At least that's from from what I understand from the panel that I was at in 2023. So I 100% have no idea if that is the case or not, but hey, what's a little speculation in your life? What's a little homework for everybody to go fact check me on? So actually, Velocitron was in a single episode of Cyberverse. Okay, I did not watch Cyberverse, so I truly appreciate you correcting me on that. I definitely appreciate you correcting me on that. Will you stop it, whiny Two-Face? What is the matter? What's your matter, kitty? You just want the loves today? Is that what you want? Is that all the kitty wants today, is just the loves? Yes, I do have a cat. Oh, goodness you. What's the matter? What's the matter? What's your problems? So, but I did not know that, so thank you very much, Riveted Rail Fan, because to my knowledge, the last time we heard of Velocitron was in Transformers Cybertron. However, thank you for telling me that it was now in Cyberverse. So, anywho, please don't forget to subscribe for more content, because we're going to be reviewing this guy this weekend and probably releasing his review on Monday, so be tuned in for that. And also, don't forget to check out all of the other cool playlists I have in the playlist down below. I'm not ending the live stream just yet, but I got nothing to say about what, Transformers fan? I'm confused. Or Poon. What exactly do you have to say about that? So, what do you have nothing to say about? I don't know what you're talking about. So, but anywho, if y'all haven't done so, don't forget to subscribe for more content. It's just a wonderful thing to do. Definitely helps out the channel, definitely helps out me and everything of that nature. We are literally less than 20 subscriptions away from 1,300, and I would honestly like to beat 1,300 before the year is out, if that's if that's possible. So, I mean, if you guys can do it, great. If you guys can't, no pressure. But definitely would love it if you guys could do it. That would be a wonderful New Year's gift to me. What you matters? I don't know if you guys can hear the purring in my lap. It's more like snoring, but swallowed a cat hair. Mr. Little Sir. I love you, little dude. Yes, I do. But I need you to get that. So, yeah, he's a lovable little dude. He's been featured in several live streams. He's one of our. He's our chirpy little silent. He's the silent producer. That's who he is. So, no. Yes, I'm calling you out on it. You're the silent producer because you continuously interrupt at the worst possible times. Yes, you do. So, but, yeah. What is up, Lemon Lime Studios? Yo, 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 what's up? I caught you in the comment section earlier. Not in the comment section of this live stream, but I caught you in the comment section of a different video earlier. So, what's up, man? How you doing? So, yeah. I'm actually gonna load up this. I'm gonna load up this dude. I have in my infinite drawer of accessories and parts of things. I have a buttload of accessories. So, tons of this weird stuff. Like, for example, I've got the weaponizer. I got the weaponizer Maximals here. So, sweet. I'm glad you're doing awesome, man. Glad you're doing awesome. Glad that life's treating you well. Glad that life's treating you well. Yeah. So, today was a little bit rough. I had a funeral to go to. My great grandmother passed away a week ago. So, I was a pallbearer for her. She was one of those elderly ladies that you just wanted to know. You just wanted to know. If you didn't know her, you wanted to. So, I do have road pig, Poon, but don't feel too bad. I feel perfectly fine about it. She was 98 years old when she passed away. I think she lived a very full life. And one massively cool thing I will say about my great-grandmother is that there was never a day where she did not have a smile on her face. So, she always had a smile on her face, and there was never a time where when you walked up to her, she wasn't smiling, or at the very least trying to smile to you. So, she was a wonderful lady. I got the majority of my tears out at the funeral. So, it's a different experience being a pallbearer. It really is. Like, I was truly, so the guns go back here. That's where they go. It's a different experience being a pallbearer. I wasn't expecting it. At least not yet. So, but if you guys don't know what a pallbearer is, that means that's the person who walks up to the casket and they take the casket out of the hearse and they place the casket in the vault, which then goes into the hole where the person then gets buried. So, but yeah. So, hi Poon. I do have road pig. I'll go grab him. Just give me a moment here, man. Jeez, man. I have all of the Star Raiders except for Ferric. Hold on here. I don't have Crash Bar. I'm actually looking for Crash Bar because right now, since these are showing up at Ross right now, that was one that I actually went to Ross to go see if I could go and acquire. But it was either him or Sound Blaster if Sound Blaster was there. But instead, this guy was there. Now, I'm not going to complain about this, um, so yeah. But I do have Road Pig, and I do know that this is the mold for Crash Bar, so if I do eventually get Crash Bar, it'll probably be later this month or early next month. So I don't suspect that I'm going to be finding a ton of these things until right around then. However, when people start to see this guy show up, let me know, because that means that there's going to be a surge of the Nemesis Leo, which will be another Beast Wars 2 character that I can add to my collection because I chose not to get Nemesis Leo when it came out. Do I have Trash Master? I did have Trash Master, but I sold him because somebody offered me a price that was way beyond what he was going for at retail at the time, so I sold him. I did have him, but I don't have him now. I do, however, have a different character that is within the realm of the Junkion. So give me just a second here. Alright. I do have the Star Raiders Lockdown, however. And this guy was based off of, well, they did like 3 or 4 different versions of this mold, but to my knowledge, the mold that this guy had, it was, criminy. I actually don't remember what the name of that guy's mold was. I don't remember. I actually don't remember. But I must say this, though. This is one of the few Movieverse figures that you'll ever see show up in Legacy at all. At all. So, I mean, technically you could say this guy showed up because he's a movie figure because he's from G1 and they released him alongside everybody within the G1 movie, but I choose to ignore that. So, what is your matter? What? What, Talkie? What's the matter with you? So, it's okay, but you have a good rest of your night. You have a good rest of your night, my friend, Lemon Lime Studios. You do have a good rest of your night. Yeah, I think it's Axel Grace. I don't know. I didn't collect the Junkions because I thought they were just a waste of space. And truly, the only Junkion I really need is Retgar. And because Studio Series is going to continuously re-release the same garbage for Retgar, they've done it 3 times already now, I didn't feel like getting all the Junkions was necessary. And I truly still don't feel like getting all the Junkions is a necessary thing for me to do. So I just don't need them. It's just too much. Hello, just joined. How much longer? Till I feel like getting off, man. So, Skibbity Jacket, you got until I feel like getting off. And I don't feel like getting off just yet. So, you got some time, man. Welcome to the stream. I have my silent producer sitting right here who's mad at me. So, witness, what matters. You need to calm it down there, buds. Yes. So, if anybody goes to Ross and ends up finding some cool shit, like if they find like a leader class, I would like to see them find the. So let me explain something of what happened with the last leader class. Yes, Tarn is fire. He is just fucking fire. You're absolutely right. What is you matter? What? What's the matter? What's the problem? You has food. You just got your water. And now you can lay down and stay silent. So, anywho. But yeah, no, Tarn is truly fire. I really was... I was surprised when they decided to release Tarn. Because, to me, this mold is only screaming of Tarn. and then they remolded him into Bludgeon, and then they remolded him into what was it, the Doom and Destruction 2-pack? I can't remember what it was, but there was a Doom and Destruction 2-pack, and this mold was featured in it. And then they did the Cyberverse Tarn for the 4-pack, or was it the 5-pack? I think it's a 4-pack. It came with Tarn, it came with the last of the MonsterCons, came with not Cyberverse, Prime Universe Cliffjumper, and what was the fourth one? Oh, Beast Wars Toy Accurate Scorponok. So, yeah, I think this guy will show up before Leo Convoy shows up and Nemesis Convoy shows up. However, I don't think you're gonna find this guy till next year. Only because, and I'm saying this not to be rude, mean, or disrespectful to Hasbro. I'm saying this because Hasbro, I want to say like 2 to 3 months ago, they fucked up. They massively fucked up. And when I say massively fucked up, I mean they royally fucked up. Okay? So, right around the time that the wave for the Star Raiders stuff was getting announced, they didn't have anything to do a mid-cycle refresh on the wave because they didn't have the figures done yet. So, what they ended up doing is they ended up taking the stock that they were going to give to Ross and TJ Maxx and Smith's over in the UK, and there are certain stores and places that we're trying to acquire these things. But the point is they sold their excess stock for cheap. Would you stop running into the tripod? Silent producers are silent, buddy. Yes, they are. They're silent. They don't get in the way. No. So, but they ended up selling their mass stock to Target, Walmart, any store that would basically buy it up for as cheap as they possibly could because they just wanted to get rid of it. Not to mention, I want to say probably a good chunk of the figures that they were trying to get rid of were from the flood that happened in Taiwan. Now, if you guys don't know what happened in Taiwan, there is a very infamous picture right now of a Takara Tomy. Oh, yeah, you have a good rest of your night, Poon Man. You have a good rest of your night. And also, don't forget to keep playing with your toys. To all those who have left, don't forget to keep playing with them. So, but there was a massive flood in Taiwan, and there was a Takara Tomy factory that had, or a storage facility there that ended up getting completely flooded out. And there is a very infamous picture of a Transformer Cybertron Metroplex inside that factory being opened up, and it's just covered in mold. It's just covered in mold. And I was like, great. So now I got to be paying attention for moldy figures. Fortunately, I have not gotten one yet. I do not want one. I'm very fine with not having one. So, but that's what ended up happening. So they weren't able to sell it for massive costs. They basically just wrote that entire warehouse off. So when you write off something that massively big, you're going to be scrambling to make some extra cash where you can, which is where I don't blame them, because obviously when a business is having issues, they're going to obviously try and liquidate some of their products. They're going to try and obviously liquidate some of their stock. They're obviously going to try and liquidate whatever they can to keep their money. Hasbro just decided to make the cheapest decision possible, which was to release all of the stock that they were going to give to Ross and TJ Maxx to Walmart and Target. And what frustrated me about it was that they did not. Sell it for cheap. They sold all of it for regular price, and then Walmart and Target were like, "Oh crap, this is stuff from like years ago. What? Or not years ago. This is like from a year and a half to 2 years ago. Why are we getting this stuff again now?" And they're like, "Well, you can sell it at a discounted price and see if you can get rid of it faster than we can." That's what I feel like Hasbro did last year. Is they kind of just, or this year, they farted in the room and left. Basically, it was like, yeah, we're gonna sell you all of these products that you could have bought last year, to which they did buy last year, but you had to wait until this year to get them. So then, as soon as you finally got them, we're now going to sell them at a completely marked down price. That was what that price marking down. 1 second here. My apologies, but point being is that when they started selling it for markdown prices back in like March, April, and May of 2024, that was right around the time that everything was starting to tank in price, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, I gotta get this! I gotta get this! I gotta get this!" And granted, it was a good thing to do, but it was just, what are you wanting? You're supposed to be the silent producer. Quiet. Please. Thank you. Anywho. So, that was what that whole issue was back in March, April, and May of 2000, of this year. So now, the issue that they're going to be running into this year is going to be the Rise of the Beast stuff. And the Rise of the Beast stuff is not usually an issue unless you're selling it for a massively marked down price, because none of it went to clearance. That's the issue that I had with Walmart and Target, is they never put their Rise of the Beast stuff on clearance. Not one, not a, never did. So, seems like people are starting to get off. I'm going to assume the Iron Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight is starting right around now, so I may or may not have to go and check it out. So, anywho, we shall end this stream here in a few minutes, and you have a good rest of your night there, Skibbity Jacket. You have a good rest of your night too, man. So, but anywho, I hope you all have had a good rest of your evening. But I'm really looking forward to this Iron Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight. I can't wait to see how it turns out. I can't wait for Iron Mike Tyson to knock the shit out of the problem child. I'm waiting for it. Well, here's the thing, though, Riveted Rail fan. From what I'm being told about this now, is that fight is scripted. If it is scripted, then we all know that Jake Paul's gonna win. If it's not scripted, we all know Mike Tyson's gonna win. So if it's scripted, I'm sure that everybody's going to say we want a copy of the script, so that way we know it's not a real fight. So I truly don't think that Jake Paul's going to win. So if it is scripted, I would be very surprised too, because it is something isn't it sanctioned by the UFC or the UBC or something like that, boxing championship or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but I was gonna say, isn't it like sanctioned by all of that? So I would really hope that Jake Paul gets his ass handed to him for the off-colored garbage he's been saying the last couple of years about Mike Tyson and about his brother and about everything of the nature. To which, by the way, his brother, biggest douchebag I've ever seen. Jake Paul, biggest douchebag I've ever seen on the internet. Not to mention, his products, Lunchly, terrible product. Absolutely terrible product. So, but anywho, I think we shall end the live stream here. So, do not forget to check out the main channel. Don't forget to hit a like on this video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below as well. And do not forget to check out our good friends. And I'm going to shout people out in the chat right now because these are the people who are here. Do not forget to check out Riveted Railfan, Yellow Stickman, Devin Poon, Big Fan Transformers. I can't pronounce Russian, but he's Russian and he's got this going on. So I applaud you, Russian. However, I don't know how to pronounce your name. And then we also have Lemon Lime Studios, so don't forget to go check him out as well. And Skibbity Jacket is the one we're going to finish things off on tonight. So do not forget to check out everybody who I've mentioned in the chat. And as I'm going to say one final time, Do not forget to subscribe for more content. Leave a like on this video and the live streams of the past and all of such. And do not, please, do not. Nobody likes Lunchley with, yeah, dude. Nobody liked the Lunchleys that showed up here in the state of Utah. The ones that did show up here in the state of Utah, they molded. So those are the best things I can say about that. But yeah, you guys have a good rest of your evening. We're going to end this live stream on a positive note by saying, please, please do not forget the great Ruth Summers. She died at 98 years old on November 6th, and she was a wonderful woman to have met, and y'all would have loved her. So, anywho, once again, do not forget to check out the main channel, and do not forget to keep playing with your toys. Goodbye.